So let's start from the beginning because I know what I've seen online, but obviously that's a lot that isn't posted. So where are you from?
I'm from Tucson, Arizona. This is my baby like rhyme. I smell bacon, I smell grease, I smell the Tucson City Police. That's
Got
what we
that.
said when we were
Oh my-
children.
Well, how was it growing up there? Did you like it or no?
I grew up in the hood. So
As
basically
did
my
I.
mom and dad had a divorce at
Mhm.
when I was 2 years old. He was an alcoholic chef who ended up having 8 kids
Damn.
total that never took care of any of them. His name is Raymond Urea. If anyone wants to go find him and punch him in the face.
Some of the viewers might. We got a lot of bikers that watch and shit like that.
Bikers,
So
I
yeah.
need some help. The energy is so fucking negative that
Mhm.
I didn't even want to fucking be around it
Don't
because
blame
like
you.
this is the life is taking care of. You have a child, you fucking take care of it. All
As
of
you
you
should.
fucking people.
Honestly, any of the viewers,
Get
if
over
you're
your shit. Stop
you're a
doing
deadbeat
drugs
dad,
and shit.
yeah,
Take
we
care
don't
of
want you
your
as a
fucking
viewer.
kids. They were in church, so they expected to be. They were my mom in her head. What they were gonna be. She was gonna be a preacher's wife. He was a former like alcoholic drug addict. Went to church, became Christian or whatever, and they were happy in love. And then he went back to the dark side and started fucking doing drugs and shit. My mom said she found me at his house one time and his friends were flicking me in the forehead when
What
I
the
was fucking
fuck?
2 years old. And then one time, bikers. One time, he pulls up to my house, drops me off, and he's wasted and the car seat wasn't even buckled in. So I was just flopping around on the back.
Take care of your fucking kids, people.
That happened. My
Yeah.
mom was single mother with 2 kids in the hood. She's on food stamps and welfare in Tucson, Arizona. All right, this is the beginning of my trauma. She has a mental breakdown. I guess it's considered a nervous breakdown
Oh,
when
okay.
she turned into a seizure.
Oh shit.
I'm 2 or 3. Can't verify because it was a long time ago. But I mean, I could look up the police report probably. But
Yeah.
she passes out. My brother's 22 months younger than me. We're in
Damn.
a shitty apartment by ourselves. For some reason, at my age, I called 911.
Damn.
But that's the beginning of my trauma because as soon as I call 911, they come in and they take her away.
Oh.
And in my head, I'm just like, oh, what the heck?
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm like, I fucking called.
Like did something
I got
wrong.
her taken away. I didn't understand the hierarchy of
That is to
law
help.
and help and shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's kind of the beginning of. I mean, and that's some shit I was dealing with. It took a long time, most
Sure.
of my life to get through just that part. I
That's
mean,
like a core memory, yeah, and that's like a.
that's when my eye opened up
Yeah, you're like, wait a
because
minute.
when you're a kid, you're just looking everything games and fun, but when you're like put in the position to make a serious decision, people.
You grew up pretty
open their
fast,
eye
probably.
up. You grow up fast, and now you're a human, and you're navigating through
Adult decisions, honestly.
everything.
Like,
Now
yeah.
you're like aware now. You're not just floating around like a little.
Would love to be like that. There are some people, honestly, at this age that still kind of float around. I'm like, that must be so fucking nice to have like.
I know.
no
one of my
mental
exes
illness.
was like that. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, everything bumblebees. I'm like, you've never felt the pain.
Never had trauma,
You've never
girl.
seen the dark side.
Yeah.
Never been touched.
No, 100%. I feel like I fear I can't be with people like that. Like I've even been on first dates with guys, and I'm like, damn, you got no trauma, huh? That's crazy. I just can't.
Yeah,
relate.
I've like, and especially like there's that, and then there's like dating girls that grew up rich.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just went through one. I'm not saying names, but like, my mom got sick, and I was paying most of the rent and everything else here in
Yeah.
Austin, and she like decided. Like I was like, hey, I need you to pay half the rent. And like, I
Yeah.
got my mom's fucking got to go to assisted living and all this shit. And it became such an issue that I had to break up with her and all that because she did understand because she came from
Really?
a nice little family.
Damn, that's crazy. Imagine that. That must be nuts.
Yeah.
But also,
And then
like-
like she tried to fucking slander my name. And it's just like, man, bro, like, fuck you. My mom, you don't understand. My mom is mentally and physically disabled. right now.
Sure. Sure.
She's like, we think she has dementia now too because she just went in the hospital. She is forgetting to take her medication. She's not telling her caregiver and not telling me this shit. and she's just like, I had my friend in her. I pay my friend's going through a divorce in Tucson, and he needs some money, so I'd be paying him some money to go see my mom. My mom was like, "Can you take me with? It's time to go. I got my bag."
Oh.
And she doesn't even pack her medication either. It's fucking weird. She only packed the pain meds. She don't pack the antipsychotics.
The other one, of course, right? It's like, that sounds like a lot for someone really young, and obviously, like, it's something that you're still there for her. You're still dealing with it, but I
have a connection with her. I can't do it. If I don't fucking take care of her, my fucking life goes to shambles. But when I start doing the most that I can, my life I'm boom, making money, thousands of dollars. As soon as I start helping her, so it's like I make thousands of dollars. I give her like hundreds of dollars.
Sure.
And like we fucking keep doing this shit.
Like a symbiotic relationship.
And then like keep going, and it's a fucking thing.
So when did you leave Tucson, and how did that go? Like separating from her, did she leave as well, or she stayed?
Well, after that, she was mentally ill most of my life. When she went into the hospital, I was thrown around my family. That I didn't get put in child protective services. I was thrown around my family, some aunts and uncles. They're all kind of pieces of shit now because I'm the only one taking care of my mom. My brother, I'm the only one taking care of her because they kind of treat her like a human.
Yeah.
And when she's just a human with a lot of ailments.
Sure.
And they take some of the things, her actions and some of the stuff she does as like to heart and get all upset and shit. And it's just like really sad because it's like your blood. And that's the thing. I ain't talking shit. I'm half Mexican, half white, but like white people I've noticed they don't half Mexican, half white. It's not racist, but I'm just saying like some shit I've seen. They be taking care of their family more, and then some of the white. I don't know. It's whatever. I don't ever like to touch on like being racist, but I am both.
Well, it's your personal experience.
But I am also both. Though,
yeah, as am I. Even though I don't look like it, but like it's like,
like
exactly. Everyone's like, you are really. I'm like, what do you want me to do? You want me to fucking be a mariachi?
You
like,
what cards? You want to check my fucking
my credentials? I'm like, I too grew up in the hood. Well, so let's talk about how you even like met all these people and have these connections, because obviously you have several Instagram pages that are pretty big and then have blown up. So how did that all get started?
Yeah, I just started like shit posting back in the day. I really noticed that like when I started, this is kind of like the beginning of like even meme culture. I'm friends with some of the biggest memers. A lot of them became millionaires and became corporate. Anyways, yeah, so I started with all that shit, and it was just like posting and like I used to start. I was like at a point where I was starting to make music and starting to throw parties when I lived in Portland, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I would throw up an interesting picture. Like it would be like a funny, like memes kind of started as just like it was just a thought-provoking image.
Yeah.
It was something you look at like, what the fuck kind of shit. And then it kind of turned into pictures with words on top. Mm-hmm. And they first started with screenshots from like Twitter. And they would take like, you'd be like, this is, when you fucking, your mom doesn't answer the phone, it's a fucking, whatever. And they would screenshot that and they would take that from that platform and bring it over, and it would start going viral on this. That's how I started going viral back in the day. I could tell you how I did mine. It was different, but
what was your first viral meme? Do you remember?
I mean, I don't know. I've had memes with 1 million. I have a meme on my personal account that has 1.5 million likes.
What's like the formula to a good meme? Like, is it just like?
I personally just do things that I think are funny.
Well, apparently they are.
But sometimes my humor is very all over the place. It's not just one niche. I have like 1 million niches, so I'm just like, it's whatever. But like, some of them just click.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just the algorithm and these fucking websites that Meta runs or whatever the fuck. And they kind of are the ones get to guide some of that shit, because my shit is all funny.
I think so too. Maybe like the relatability too. Maybe that's part of it. Like shit that people can relate to. Some of it's like a little darker.
Well, that's what I did. Like during the pandemic, my fucking Nathaniel Knows got really popular because I was going through mental shit, but I was like shit posting mental illness memes.
Yeah.
Like but I wasn't really. I wasn't really gonna kill, but
literally me every day. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just thinking about it.
I had to learn like you can't say words like can't put words like kill. You take out one letter,
which is crazy,
and it doesn't break the rules, memers.
Just so y'all.
Or you can spell it wrong and you'll get more engagement because motherfuckers will be like, "Hey, you spelled it wrong 10,000 times," and then your post will blow up.
So you have obviously Nathaniel Knows is one of them.
During the pandemic, Yeah, so I've like Kate Beckinsale followed me, Channing Tatum followed me,
That's
Christina
fucking
Ricci.
crazy.
I talked to all of them. Channing Tatum sent me fucking rainbows. It was
What?
before he was with this shit. I got the screenshot, bro.
Channing.
I'm just kidding.
I'll put it on the screen right now.
And then I talked to Kate Beckinsale for a while. She said she would go on a date with me, but I know she's going through some shit.
Yeah.
And I hope that you check your messages.
So then those people started following you. Obviously, it started to grow more. And then I know you have some other pages as well.
Yeah, I have other pages. I start making brands off like smoke some weed at night and then like make brands, and I have like fucking 7 like.
But they
fucking,
like all blow up, which is kind of crazy. Like you have the goth one, which is how I ended up like connecting with you.
Yeah, but I just haven't posted Nathaniel Knows because I feel like I'm not mentally ill anymore, and I can't be posting mentally ill stuff. But the reason why I made all the memes though was because I wanted more traction on my music.
Ah, okay.
Because like I still have friends that still are getting like 100 likes. They've been doing this shit for 10 years. 100 likes on a post with their cover of their song.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, yo, try something else. You know, I might get more traction on
Switch it
on
up,
the
yeah.
end. So I was like, doing a little fucking funny video and throwing my little song on the back and
Yeah. So let's talk about your music.
Yeah.
How'd that get started? How long have you been doing it? What kind of?
I've been DJing for about 13 years and producing for about 12 for electronic music. But, you know, there's been highs and lows. It depends on my mental health and my family and my mother.
Sure.
And, you know, because not having a dad or any support, and my grandparents died, who kind of gave me a lot, like raised us, my grandma.
Oh, I have a tattoo for my grandma too.
Yeah,
This little Russian doll somewhere over here.
And that was the ship I was on in the Navy.
Oh, wow.
Battling mental health, and it's just like hard to stay on the straight path and doing it. You know, I've toured all over the country and shit, but then like, boom, 3 things happen at once, and I have no support.
Sure.
All of my friends are drunk or on drugs. You know what I mean? I'm like, they're not gonna really fucking help me. So,
what is the name of your band?
So I've been producing electronic music as Nathaniel Knows for about 12 years.
Oh, that's fucking sick. I love
Millions of plays, different videos and stuff. There were some higher points when I lived in LA and was touring a lot and had a manager. At that time I was still going through things and around a lot of bad people in LA and just kind of partied and
makes a difference though, I think, like the environment. Is that one of the reasons you left and moved here?
No, I left during the pandemic. I was on the outs of a lease, and me and this vegan chick broke up, and then my friend Josiah, who I took to South by Southwest a couple of years, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He was supposed to move to Miami. He had a plan, but our mutual friend Dreamy died in a car accident in Miami. R.I.P. Dreamy.
I'm sorry about that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And
that's pouring out ketamine spray for him is wild.
Pouring out ketamine spray
for the fallen homie.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
Fucking the low key, he died because of fucking did a gram of ketamine. R.I.P.
Damn.
And you need to stop bothering that kid, parents. He didn't fucking do it. I met him in Miami.
Yeah.
Your son fucking did a gram of ketamine and fucking drove and went through a K-hole and crashed into a tree.
Oh,
leave
damn.
that kid alone.
That's awful.
I met him randomly when I went to fucking Miami like 6 months ago with my ex, and like was hugging him and he was crying. We went through this whole thing because his family thinks it was his fault. I'm like,
why were they blaming? Was it like someone else in the car?
He was in the passenger seat, but he didn't die.
Oh man, that
You know what I
survivor's
mean?
guilt. It's got to be.
And but this guy Dreamy, he's like a beautiful man, taught me a lot. Probably wouldn't be what I am today without him. But he was like a crazy man, like in a good way. He had good things, but he was like the #1 paintballer in the world at one point.
That's fucking sick.
Fully tattooed, all crazy looking and shit. But I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that happened, and then he decided to move to Austin. Boom, I get out of the shit. I'm like, man, I was like talking to him. He's like, dude, move to Austin. I got an extra room. Move here, and I've been here for 2 years.
The pages, obviously you have brands and stuff like that. Some of your merch is here. I know we were going to do a quick unboxing and stuff like that, but let's talk about how that got started.
Me and my friend Alex Stein, Styles Incomplete, a guy I produce with. He's a very intelligent man. He knows he's like, I was this guy and I had these pages and shit. And he was like, hey man, I was like, he's a Freemason. I don't know if I can say that. He saved my life many times, took care of me during my mental illnesses, breaks and like things and breakups. And he would just like
a good friend.
the only one I really had and trusted.
Sure.
I love you, Alex. Thank
Aw,
God.
we love him.
He knows it though. He's a
Yeah,
little
that's
fucker.
really
I
sweet.
tell him that shit, and he's
Yeah.
just like, okay. But he's like, he's super cool, very smart. He
Good.
works for like, does music and works for TikTok music, and he just got 8 billion plays on one of his songs. And
Damn.
shit. You can look up on Google and see how much things are being Googled, and there's a graph. So he looked up goth something. And I was like, yo, I have a page. Like, goth is back in style again. I was like, yeah, sweet, dude. Like, I used to get picked on for this shit.
Dude,
man.
quite literally. People
I was
always
like
say
getting
that.
picked on for anything outside the Mexican gangster edge of my area where I grew up.
Wait, I was emo as shit. I had little gauges. I had my like severe side bangs, like black hair. So yeah, I was. Anyways.
Shit I'm wearing, I sell in my store. This though, this just came out 4 hours ago.
Wait, so what is that? I saw you post it, but what exactly is it?
Welcome Skateboards, Jason, very beautiful man. They just did a collaboration with Bauhaus. It just dropped today, but he sent me shit already. He sent me like everything. I didn't
so
bring
dope.
anything else, but
I love it.
he did like his last collaboration before that, like 2 weeks ago, was with Britney Spears.
What?
The one before that was 9 Inch Nails.
Wait, what? That's
yes,
iconic.
Avenged
That's
Sevenfold and some other shit.
What?
Yeah,
Damn,
he's
okay.
the best. That's the
Yeah.
best skate brand and or apparel.
Then that just came out. You guys got together, you and the other gentleman, and then made a merch line. So this is some of it.
Giver, I just give shit away all the time.
No, I appreciate that, but that way we can show the people, you know.
Love it. Here, you could just. Why don't you just
Yeah,
open
I'll do
this
it.
up,
I got you.
pull things out.
I have no arm strength.
See what you like. So that is something that I
Oh,
sell.
hell yeah. This is sick.
That's
Here,
been
I'm going to
used
take it out of
yet.
the little thing. Still in the package, guys.
Yeah, none of these have been used. All right, if they're out of the
This
package,
is
it's because I
fucking
took
dope.
a product shot for it.
I love it. I'm like,
Do you even know what it is?
it's a little like mask thing. Yeah.
It's a
Do I even know-
BDSM mask.
Someone's son, get ready. This is fucking sick.
If you
I
want to be
did
a little
not think
puppy
this
boy.
Literally amazing. I'm thinking it's gonna be like t-shirts and shit. Like this
No,
is,
bro.
if I do ever start an OnlyFans eventually, guys, look out for this on there. Do you actually? So
I
have
haven't
you ever?
used it. It just pays my rent.
You don't even post anything on there, and people.
Oh,
just,
I
like,
have some old content from some other girlfriends that signed the waiver,
Ah.
and it's on there. And
Gotta sign a waiver. It's
oh,
important.
yeah, it's OnlyFans.
Consent
Anything
is
that's
cool.
up there is consented.
I might have one coming soon, guys. We'll see. TBD.
You don't have to get nude. I got friends here that just take pictures of like the same shit, exactly the same shit
Yeah.
they post on Instagram. They just post it on another
Yeah.
platform. I have a friend from high school who lives off grid right near, it's in McDade, understands that like things are very corrupt and some things might fall apart. One of the things that I'm working on with her is she has her own internet company. It's called the Love Network.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, with her type of networking, she met someone with a satellite, a rich guy with a satellite.
Just casual satellite.
And
yeah.
now we are creating. When I went over there, it was like it was a little egg-shaped little thing that you
Yeah.
plug in USB-C, and it turns on, and it takes from, it's very small, and it takes from the satellite to that, and now you have a wireless internet connection.
Damn.
And she has it's a one-time fee of $199,
Huh.
and it's very early in the game. It just started. Like, I'm literally doing it with her, and she got the connections, and I'm helping on all the other shit. She was the first girl I used a butt plug with.
We
She was
love
like a
that.
high school girlfriend that
Iconic.
like, not a girlfriend, like I had a 4-year girlfriend, a girlfriend for like a little cheerleader girlfriend the whole time,
Yeah.
and a side girlfriend. Was respectful to them
What?
and didn't get with her.
The utmost
but I also
respect.
didn't want to mess up our cool relationship.
Yeah.
So when I got out of the Navy, I moved back to Tucson. We dated, and then some weird shit happened, and then I went to Portland. But
Yeah. And I get a
we
satellite.
used a butt plug, and it was the first time. So I brought a butt plug as a gift from my store, and then we're like, "Fuck it, let's change the Wi-Fi connector to a butt plug." So you like pull the thing off, like you
Wait.
can literally, yeah. The reason why this shit is dope is because 5G and all that shit is harmful to. It's more harmful to humans. So she's using a different frequency that can still have the same amount of megabits per second. Fucking the Matrix and
100%.
then Terminator, something's gonna happen eventually. AI is gonna take over like they did, like the lady who wrote
fucking-
Matrix and fucking
yeah.
Terminator.
It's crazy. And the deep fakes, have you seen those? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that? Because a lot of people are freaked out by it, but like, I mean, there's obviously
I
nothing
just
we
don't
could
get
do.
freaked out about anything. I'm just like,
What if someone made one of you, like a deepfake of you just doing some crazy shit? How would you
I
react?
would like it. I'll probably post it. Make a meme out of it, dude.
Literally, I mean, honestly, that's smart.
Make some content.
Honestly, girls are worried. They're like, what if someone does like porn of me as like a deepfake? I'm like, oh, and
Yeah.
like what? And then like, you know what I mean? Like, who
Deepfake me
cares?
doing some shit that I can't do in real life.
Yeah, literally,
Fucking
just make
jump
me look
off a
better.
building and not die. I work for Meta. They pay me. I'm a contractor for Meta
Okay.
because she's in the process of making something called Beta,
Oh,
not
Okay.
Meta. Meta has restrictions on things
I have heard.
because they're bitches.
I thought you were
Her fucking site, her Beta
Mm-hmm.
universe and in social media concepts will have zero
That's crazy.
fucking, you could say anything. We're not controlled by dudes who are afraid of things and
Mhm.
people.
But then does that run the risk of like illegal activities? Say like, you know,
I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of monitoring,
like people doing some fucked up shit,
if
you know?
there's like killing and
Yeah.
the
Like you can't
dark
like blow
side,
someone up. You know what I mean?
but
Like
maybe
spoiler.
not,
Or maybe you can.
because
Yeah.
that's the real world.
That is true.
The
That
real
is
world
valid.
that's happening. But I'm sure when it comes to like, you know, some of the 10 Commandments, we'll fucking try to watch out for those or something.
Valid.
So
10
like, hey
commandments.
man, you can't be trafficking humans.
Yeah,
or
probably
you
don't do
can't
that.
fucking sell
Harvesting organs. the
drugs in
dark
a wrong way. But if you're selling medicines in a proper way, you know, because like this used to be a drug,
Which is
party
crazy.
drug.
Yeah.
First time I ever did this, back in the day, I used to live in Tucson,
Mhm.
and they fucking in Mexico, Tucson's like an hour and a half from the border.
Yeah.
In Mexico, they have pharmacies, you know, just people were buying this fucking dog tranquilizers and bringing it across the border, and they
Mm.
weren't saying anything. So it was like in the early 90s or something, and then
Mhm.
people just chop it up and bake it in the oven and start snorting it.
Yeah. That's usually how it goes.
And,
Do you remember the
and then
first-
now it's popular again. Now it's a medicine,
Yeah.
FDA approved.
Remember the first time you did it? Like
Yeah, I
how that
almost
happened?
died. I thought.
Oh, shit.
You know, K-hole straight
Oh,
to the gun. 'Cause
no.
it's like, you know, ketamine's a crazy. Like when you don't have a tolerance and you know
Mhm.
that you hit it, man, you're like K-hole. Your body, because it's not really gonna kill you, your body still goes through the overdose feelings, sweating. Your body's freaking out, thinking you're gonna die. So sweating, thinking, trying to cool you down. But the first time I did it, I got dosed. I thought it was coke. So I'm like, the girl I was with is gone, and I'm fucking crying. Just kidding.
Spiritual awakening. Yeah, the first time I ever did it was actually on Skid Row by accident. So
What?
it's-
Why are
mhm,
you
yeah.
on Skid Row?
Well,
bruh?
that's such a good question. I was at a concert in a cemetery in LA at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, watching Fred again. This was
Oh, I
right
love
after his.
that.
It was fucking sick. Like his boiler
like
room.
where they do the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
his boiler room set had just come out. He was really popping. Like I bought these tickets for like $20. Like he wasn't really. It was sick. And then we go to the cemetery, do a lot of drugs, whatever. We meet these two really nice, jolly gay men. And they're like, hey, do you want to come to this after party? Of course, me not thinking about getting trafficked. I'm like, fuck
See,
it,
that's
sure.
what people don't understand. I try to tell people in Texas is like, man, it's different over there.
So anyways, they take us to location B. We start walking. I rapidly notice there's a lot of homeless people on the ground. I'm like, yo, where the fuck am I? My ex is blowing me up. He has my location. He's like, why are you on Skid Row? Mind you, I'm rolling tits. I'm on a lot of Molly. So I look up, I zoom out. I'm like, oh, this isn't that chill. So I can't turn around because then I'm gonna be walking alone on Skid Row. If I go forward, I guess there's hope that I'm gonna get to this rave, maybe, or trafficked. I don't know. So I keep going. It's an entire. I do. Yeah, I had no option. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not going to walk by myself down Skid Row, right? So we walk in. It's this tire shop. We open a door and it's just like this whole rave, whatever. We walk in. I'm vibing. I meet a group of Israelis, very sweet. They give me ketamine for the first time and they were like, just trust us.
How
I
is
was
everything
like,
sweet? You smelling rat? There's rats running around.
yeah.
You know, in Skid Row, they got a different type of chlamydia in Skid Row.
What do you
Because all these motherfuckers are not showering, all the bums, and they keep fucking having sex.
Oh.
And there's like a higher strength of bacteria forming of chlamydia.
Yo, not chlamydia B.
down there. Yeah,
That's
some
terrifying.
other shit that they have to like fucking. You got to get a big ass shot of penicillin for that.
Several even.
You
That's
have to get
fucking-
bathed in penicillin. After that.
Literally.
I just wanted to finish
Yeah.
up with a couple things.
Yeah.
So my goal that I've already started is I'm making a music school in
Oh.
Tucson for less fortunate. But everyone gets accepted. Like I had a hard time when I was young. My mom was really good at trying to find some resources when she's in between the mental breaks, finding
Mhm.
resources to get me in like programs, and a lot of them were full. It was always like they're full
Mm.
because there's so much fucked up shit in Tucson. They're all full.
Yeah.
So my goal is, if anyone wants to help, is to do that. And I've kind of talked to some people. Shout out to my 4 god kids.
Hell yeah.
2, I can't say their names, but one is Cassian and Aries.
Oh, those are dope names.
Yeah.
I love that. I'll tag you, but where can they find you? What are your pages? I know you have a bunch of them.
Nathaniel knows Goss doing things. And then my band is Better Off Dead.
Hell
One
yeah.
word.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. We'll definitely do this again.
Yeah.
And thank you for my stuff here.
Oh, that's in there, bro?
Is there?
There's more.
Oh, maybe. Let me see.
Look at the little gagger, bro.
Wait, what?
Put that shit in there. We got time.
Oh, shit.
Opened it up.
Look, guys, there's more.
But
Okay, one
These
sec.
are on sale on my store. Some of
on
the
sale
products,
currently, guys.
like these shoes are on sale
Oh, wait, you sell those too? Those are
on
dope.
my store.
Wait. Y'all check those out for like a music festival. Those would be so dope, even.
Stompers. Giftsforgoth.rip is the URL.
Send me the order receipt of you guys purchasing something from the store, and one lucky person, I will put this on you with my bare hands. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Love you guys so much. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.